Hello guys, welcome to my channel Programming Hub. Today I'm welcoming you to all my into my channel, and today we are going to see a different type of programs on the topic on the same concept as we have discussed earlier in my previous video, that was loop. Okay, so today we are going to see some short programs and complete them to understand, okay, each and every program. So today we are going to see the programs that depend on the concept of the looping. Okay, so let's start. As you can see on your screen, there's the first program that we are going to discuss now. So I know this is a short program, this is very much small program, but we are here to understand each and every program in the detailed concept so that we can make our any type of program in our own way by our own coding. But we have to first of all understand each and every concept clearly. Okay, then only we can make any another new program in the C program. Okay, C programming. So now as you can see on the screen, its first line is written as is the command line. Write a program to display 10 to 1 using for loop. In my previous video I have shown you the how to use the for loop, and in that I have used the example to write 1 to 10 in the sequence. Now we are going to write 10 to 1, means the reverse of 1 to 10, means we are coming back 10 9 8 7. In this way we want the output. Okay, so first line is the command line to tell the user for what all about the program is all about. And the next two lines, these are both the library functions. Hash include stdio.h and con.io.h. Both are the library functions, standard input output header file and console input output header file. Okay. After that, here's my main function which I have assigned that void main with no return value. Here instead of return value I have write void, and here in the brackets instead of any passing any argument I don't write anything, so that I want the argument to be null. Okay, after that here's an opening curly brace of the main function, and then the second line is int I. Here I have passed the integer data type, and inside that integer data type I have passed the I variable. Okay, and after that I have written the command of clear screen. This command is used so that we cannot get our previous result in the output section, so that our program looks neat and clean in the output section. Okay, so that the user becomes means its perspective becomes nice. Okay, we don't want any mess up in our output section. That's why we use clear screen program in every C program. Okay, and after that here is the main for program, and the syntax of this is for, after that bracket, and inside that bracket first thing what we have to write is the initialization. Okay, which I have explained in my previous video for all the syntax of the for loop, while loop and do while loop. Okay, so you can check my previous video, or I can explain you here only. Here first of all is the initialization. Here I have assigned the value 10 to my variable I. After that semicolon, and after that I have, here is the test condition. Here I am testing that whether whatever number I have given to my variable, and according to that I have written here the test condition. If this condition is going to be satisfied, then and then only our system enters in this for loop and inside and print whatever is written in this bracket between these curly braces of the for loop. Okay, so inside this I have written printf percentage d backslash n is used for the using for going to the next line. Okay, here percentage d comma I means every time if the condition satisfied, if this condition I is greater than equal to 1 satisfied, then our system is going to print the value of I every time. Okay, now until when our one second. Now first of all we are going to see until when our condition is going to be satisfied. Here first of all, suppose I have assigned that the value is I is equal to 10. Now what happens here? First of all, the system check whether 10 is greater than equal to 1. Yes, it is. So here my system print the value of I as 10. Then again, what happened after printing this printf statement? After printing this value of I, where the system goes? System goes here, I minus minus. This is known as the increment or decrement order. Here you can increase the value or decrease the value according to your need. Okay, but here I want the number to be in the backward format. That's why I have written here I minus minus. I minus minus simply means that I is equal to I minus 1, means I am subtracting the unit value from the whatever the value I have assigned to I. Okay, now after printing the 10, what happens that system goes to this I minus minus, and the value of I now becomes 9. And again, 9 is checked with this condition whether 9 is greater than or equal to 1. Yes, again this condition is true, and then again it prints the value of I, and the latest value of I is 9. In this way, the loop is going to be work, and when the value reaches to 1, okay, when the system prints one value as I, as the value of I. Okay, now what happens? Again, system here goes to I minus minus. Now 1 minus 1, the value becomes 0, and which is not satisfied to this condition, that 0 is not greater than or equal to 1, so that this condition becomes false, and the loop ends. And again, and the loop ends, and here the system comes to an end of GTCH and closing curly brace of the main function. Here, when any condition become false in any loop, whether it is for loop, while loop, or do while loop, when the condition becomes false, then it comes out of the loop format, and whatever you have command given outside the loop is going to be print then. Okay, now I'm just going to run this program and see what happens in the output section. Okay, so the control shortcut key for that is Control F9. Here I do not get any error, and in the output section I have got 10 to 1 in the backward format, 10 and 8 cents. Hello guys, so now I am just going to tell you about this again 10 to 1 program. Previously in this video only, in the previous section of this video, we are showing you the program which is using the for loop to print the 10 to 1 in the sequence. Okay, now in this section of this video, of the same video, now we are showing you how to write the command, how to write the program which is going to print 10 to 1 the sequence in the same as you can see earlier in the for loop. But now instead of for loop, we are just going to use the while loop. Okay, so this is the another looping, as the loop is classified into 3 types: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So here's another way of writing 10 to 1 using the while loop. So let's get fast easily understand how it works. So as you can see in the previous section of for loop, here the comment line is same, and the library functions are same, void main functions is same, integer. Here instead, in the for loop, here I have only written that int data type. I have passed the integer data type, and inside that I have written only I and then semicolon. But here in the while loop, whether in the previous section we have seen that in the for loop we are initializing the value in the brackets of the for loop, but in the while loop we are initializing the value in the start only, in the start of the program. Here I have initialized the value, that 10 value is assigned to my variable I. Okay, and the second line is the clear skin program as the earlier. Okay, and now this while, this is the syntax of the while loop. While word while, and then bracket, and inside that bracket we have to write the test condition which we have written in the for loop in the center, in the mid of the initialization and increment or decrement. Here in the bracket we have to only write, in the brackets we have to write the test condition which is going to be the test by the system. Okay, and after that, if the condition satisfied, the system enters in this closing bracket, in this bracket basis, and print whatever is written in this printf statement. Here we have print the same value of I, and then the second line is the increment or decrement order. In the for loop we are doing the increment or decrement in the bracket format only. The system is going to again going to increment or decrement by saying the brackets. Okay, here in the while loop we are writing the increment or decrement order after the printf statement. Okay, so how it works, it works in the same format that is worked in the for loop. Here first of all the system takes this value as I is equal to 10, and then it checks the condition whether this test condition is true. Yes, it is. Yes, if it is true, then it is going to print this statement. Suppose this statement is false, then what happens? The system directly goes to the end of the program and the loop completes and the program completes here. Okay, so system does not going to give any value. So it is very much necessary to check 2 or 3 times that whether you have written all the conditions in the loop all are correct, or whether you have written whatever you have written the increment or decrement is correct, or whatever you have initialized is also correct. You have to check these 3 conditions: this initialization, these test conditions, and this increment and decrement operator. Okay, now what we are going to do now, we are going to run this program. Okay, so the shortcut key for that is control F9. So by using the control F9 we are running this program, and if there is any error, the program does not run and it shows you the error. You have to make changes in the program, and then again you are try to do the run the program. And when the program runs, this is our output section, and inside the output section, as we have seen earlier in the for loop, the same output we got. But in this time there is a different way we are writing this program. We are using the while loop instead of for loop. Means we have the options to write the same programs in the different types. Okay guys, so thank you for watching my today. All I'm just getting this over, and this is how all the reverse type of 10 to 1 sequence is written using the for loop and while loop. So thank you guys for watching my video, and sure to like, subscribe and share to my channel. And now I'm just going to exit from the Turbo C software, and the shortcut key for that is Alter X. Okay.